Hello viewers, welcome to the eSeniors GT3 Championship International Constructors Race. Full grid today, 20 cars, and obviously people vying for different positions within the championship, so the scores are amalgamated and added on, so there's a maximum in any one race of 97 points available to one team if they're fortunate enough to obviously get first and second place. You'll also notice, very pleased to announce, we've managed to acquire some sponsorship. The PWS guys, Pressure Washer Systems, have basically obviously joined us. There's quite a few of them, and have now decided to sponsor the stream. So you'll see their logo popping up. Obviously, I've not yet spoke to them how they want that presented. I've just done this myself, so that may change a little bit. It's a bit there at the moment, but that will change once I've spoke to their company owner in relation to that. With me today, I also have Luke.
Hello.
So people may recall Luke did a couple of streams early on in the adventures of a stream in the race, and he's had a bit of experience of doing this. He decided he fancied jumping in the booth with me today, so hopefully we'll all give Luke a warm welcome, and as a result of his knowledge and his obviously being part of eSeniors for a while, he can contribute very well to the stream, just like Jonathan does. Jonathan was supposed to be with us. Unfortunately, work's got in the way. What a shame. Really entertaining is Jonathan. So what we'll do is we'll go live with the stream. We're into qualifying, and obviously qualifying's 20 minutes. We've got 17 minutes left to go, so the drivers are just still on their out laps at the moment. The race is a 60-minute race. It starts at dusk, so I don't think the sun sets enough by the end of the race, but there is a pit stop, a mandatory pit stop in there 20 minutes in, and I think it's a 20-minute pit stop a bit option, so that's going to really mix this race up a little bit. The pit stops are anything from 1 minute 7 seconds to 1 minute 20 seconds, so you could really make it or break it on the pit stops themselves. So just looking in the chat who's available. Hi James, welcome to the stream. Hi Ollie, good morning. Good day. Hi Frank. Hi Don. Hi Terry. And hi Billy. And hi Nikos. Busy stream already. Hopefully we'll keep the numbers going up. And shh. And Melvin. We don't mention Melvin's in the room. Okay, we'll be quiet about that one. Hi Melvin. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Okay, so I've managed to get Luke to use a software that comes with QNOS for managing the stream himself, so we can actually now switch between cars quite easily, so it's going to make it more comfortable for him to keep up with the action, you know, more so than what you'd expect, you know, someone who uses the cursor keys in the game. So Mr. Nolan's just asking me a question about getting in. I'll mention what it is. Okay, I've told him that, so hold on. That was Todd, who's part of Krista. We've also got a race interview lined up. So the race interview is going to be with Krista. And what we're going to do is wait for his pit stop, and then we'll jump on board with Krista and just have a chat about how his race is going. So this is something we're trying to promote a little bit more. You know, trying to get people involved more rather than just me, Jeremy, and whoever nattering on. It's nice to hear it from the guys behind the wheel. Obviously we do want it to be disruptive. What we do want to do is cause people to crash or lose places. I think Terry Howard was the first. I'm going to use the word guinea pig. I know he'll probably join the stream in a minute. And we give him plenty of time and plenty of space, but he still got past. Obviously when it was over, he re-passed the driver. But you know, it's something we've got to consider when the guy's a racer, is not really to interrupt their race. We'll start getting a few times on the board now. Peter Wolfslaner, who put a blistering time in yesterday, who's racing instead of Kai. He's partnering Kenneth in the Bentley. I think he was into the 157s yesterday. He's already into the 158s, and he is 3/10 up. So it was a bit of an hour difference between yesterday and today. So I think the track temperatures are actually a little bit better for racing. And his best, as you can see, is a 158.2. He's half a second up. So he's looking at a 157.7 at the moment. Let's see how his race pans out. He's lost a bit of time on this straight. Let's jump on board with him. See it from his perspective. He's still like half a second up. So 157.7, I think is fair to say, is a blistering time. Hi, Jonathan. Hello. I know you'll be going joining the Samsung bunch in a bit. Such a shame, but I'm sure you'll get that meeting over and done with. He's now 6/10 up, so he's now looking at a 1:57.6 as it stands. Now he sometimes makes great time through here. Let's see if he's going to do that. Yeah, 7/10. Getting the power down really well here. Just eased off a little bit there, but actually he's still 7/10 up. He's now looking at a 1:58, 1:57.5. This is a blistering lap. 1:57.561. I think we, I think I know where my money's going for winning this race. The guy just battered pole position. Lars is also quick. He's done a 1:58.4. I'm looking at the drivers on the grid. I expect the likes of Chris Bourne to really make a mark in there. Who else could make a mark at the top? Neil on his day can also do well, as can John Saunders. So let's see how this all pans out. So I'm going to jump on board with John Saunders. His best is a 1:59 flat. He's currently 3/10 up, and that's going to put him into the 1:58.7s. And someone's just joined the server. Harrison didn't disrupt him too much there. So a 1:58.7. And Nikos is claiming he's done 40s. Well, yeah, you probably have 40 mile an hour. Sounds about right, that, or 40 kilometres an hour. Or you must have had to cut great big portions of the grass in order to do that. Right, jump back to Chris Bourne. I was going to say Chris Bourne was on a pretty good lap, but he seems to have lost a bit of time here now, so he's losing time. So I'm going to take a step back to Krista. So Krista's 1:59.9 and he's 4/10 up, so he's looking at a 1:59.5. Krista's partnered with Nolan in the Team USA colours. I have all the skins, I believe, for all the cars, so when I'm outside the view of the cars, you should get to see them in all the glory Technicolor. He's 4/10 up, he's 5/10 up. He's losing a bit of time in corners, then gaining a bit with the power coming out. Right, so yeah, the guys up front are still going fast. Peter's on an in lap, so he's coming back into the pits, and no doubt we'll see Peter go back out again to see if he can tweak his car and pump in another exceptionally quick lap. So Krista's still 4/10 up. This isn't going to better his position. As this stands, he's lost a lot of time there. He's going to stay in 10th place. So let's jump forward to, let's look at who we can go with. So John Saunders is 2/10 up. His best is a 1:58.7. He's on a 1:58.5. He's lost a bit of time here. If he can gain a bit more time, he has the chance of taking Lars. He needs 3/10 in the bag to even give Lars a bit of pressure, though. He's struggling in this corner. He's fluctuating between 2/10 and 1/10 here. So I think he's only going to better his time, but not better his position as it stands. 1:58.7, and he's gone to a 1:58.6. Go to Carlo, one of the other fast guys. Not too sure where. I've not seen Carlo race at the moment, so I'm not too sure where he's going to be and what his lap times are like at the moment. His best is a 1:59.3 and he's 2/10 up. So he's quite a way into the lap. So this is going to potentially move him up in front of Chris Bourne, but it's going to be close. And I think he's going to take Chris Bourne, but as I said, it's going to be close. He's now 4/10 up. He's got that corner really good there. This is now going to put him into the 1:58s, which means he's going to go into 4th place in front of Neil. Cross line. Yeah, there you go. He's gone into 4th place in front of Neil. He's only just in front of Neil, to be fair. You know, you're talking shavings between the pair of them there. So no one, as it stands, is currently on a flying lap. Quite a few drivers have actually jumped into the pits. So who's on an outward lap? That's either Tony Whitten or Mark Stevens. So let's follow Tony on the track as it stands at the moment. And you can see one of the Team GB cars is behind him. I'm not too sure who that is. That could be Frank Tennant actually behind him. I'm just trying to remember who the Team GB ones are. I think it's Chris Bourne. think Andy Skelton was one. But I think maybe Frank Tennant's jumped in there as well. I think we've got Frank Tennant. Let me just switch to Frank. Yeah,
Yes, I think those two
no.
changed. Yes.
No, Frank's in a different one. So Frank
Oh.
is in... I'm trying to work out who Frank's racing with then. I'll work this out now. So is Frank... No, Neil's with Jeremy. Carlo... so Carlo is with Stefan. So there's Carlo and there's Stefan. Lars is with Andreas. Peter is with Kenneth. Philip is with Eric. Tony is with... Now, where's Mark Stevens? So these are all linked together. Mark Christopher is with... let me find out who he's with there. I'm going through the names and trying to work out who's who here now. So Mark Christopher is with... Is it John Saunders? No, John Saunders. So John Saunders is teaming with Frank. No, it's not. John Saunders is teaming with Chris Bourne. There you go. I'm getting there. Oh, it's so easy. Let's have a quick look at the table. This might help explain things a little better for me. So you can see Team GB is John Saunders, Chris Bourne and Andy Skelton. PWS Esports is Christopher Rogers and David Gerard. So, oh yeah, Mark Rogers is there. Christopher's there. HDD Racing is Kai and Kenneth. I've not updated that because obviously now we know Peter's joined as well. Rhythm Tech is Jeremy and Neil. So if I just go to Neil's car, you can see there the orange Aston. Team West Coast, Stefan, Carlo and Jonathan when he was able to race. So we've already seen them cars. Team Babalas is Tony and Mark Stevens. Tony Whitten and Mark Stevens. SRCC is Eric, Thierry and Philip, who I've just mentioned. Team USA, Krista and Harrison. So that's the Team USA colours. And the Team Germany aren't represented today, which is Uwe and Sven. And Bentley Fanatec is Frank and Craig. So Craig is the other Bentley. Okay, so hopefully I've done a bit of matching up for you there. But I'm hoping Uwe and Sven haven't got the times mixed up. And that's going to cause them to miss out on the race a little bit. So let's back to the chat. Okay. Andy. Hi, Andy. Welcome to the stream, Goddard. Right, yeah. Good all over the curbs. Yep. Right, so there's not many people going quicker at the moment. I'll go to Mark Rogers. He's 2/10 up in the green-tinted PWS. So you'll see a different coloured car next week for Team PWS at Imola. And I will be representing them. I got asked and approached to do the Aston. So I've already done the Ferrari for Team Babalas. That was a nightmare and scary. That was in the wet. And I've been asked to do to help these guys out for one race because I think Mark Christopher and David Gerard are unavailable. So I said I'll fill in, so they've actually got two cars represented on the grid. Hi, Paul. Welcome to the stream. No, we've lost a lot of time, so have a look. Kenneth in the other. You can see those getting chased down by somebody there, even on a qualifying lap. 5 minutes to go. So Kenneth is teamed up with Peter at the moment. Kenneth's had a couple of races recently. He seems to be getting more and more consistent. I don't know if he's getting used to the car more, but I think he dropped a bit of a mistake this week. I think it was Kenneth anyway. In the group race, he turned up in the Bentley instead of the Mercedes. And I think obviously it's cost him points for that. And that's just one of them. He realised, oops, I've done it. It's easily done if you don't realise what's going on. So it's an unfortunate penalty for that one. But, you know, they're the rules. If you change car part way through, it's a 40-point table penalty. But I think he won his race, if I recall. So I think he was very excited at the fact of winning his race. And
Mark, he has to stay with the car now, right? With the Bentley.
Well, in the Constructors, it's based on the car. So once they're in the car, you can't change the car in the Constructors.
Yes,
there's no penalties, you just can't do it. And if a driver turns up with the wrong car, they'll be immediately disqualified from the race because that's not the car they're meant to be in. So all the teams have got to have the same livery as you can see,
Yes,
represented, which makes this fantastic, because when they're all lined up on the grid, it just looks so good. The fact that there's, you're not talking about the animals going in 2x2, you're talking about the cars lining up 2x2. It's really, really impressive. And all the liveries have been made, so none of the liveries are stock liveries from what I remember. So every one has been made for the race, which adds a bit of flavour to it as well.
Yes, I've been trying to work out with the software, pushing some buttons and trying to follow some people. So I was very silent. I think I've got it covered, but it's a challenge to get used to.
Yeah, but it's easier than the way it used to be, surely.
Oh yes, just pushing the F buttons was a nightmare.
Yeah. So at least now you're just using your mouse as opposed to clicking the control
Yep.
and arrows and all sorts. So yeah, hopefully you'll get used to it a little bit more.
Yeah, I do hope so, because I got a lot to learn now. Okay, well, no problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'll keep track of the mainstream wherever possible. But if you see a battle I'm missing, please draw my attention to it, because
I will.
I've got 3 screens going at the moment, and you can get a lot of data in that, and I will miss things. I do quite often miss things, but that's where Jeremy and Jonathan come in.
Yeah.
So from your perspective, if you're watching a battle and I'm watching a battle, but yours looks more entertaining, or you see an incident or a great pass, I can switch to it, you see, and then do a replay on it.
Yeah, I'll try to keep you informed on that one.
I've no doubt you do a fantastic job, but don't worry too much about it, Luke.
Oh, I'm so scared.
You'll get there. It's one of these. You've been in the booth yourself. You've done it yourself.
Yes, I have. I must say you decorated the booth very nicely.
It took me long enough. I've had my paint pots out for so long trying to get it all sorted.
Yeah, it's much better than when the time that I was in the booth. So yeah, you did a nice thing to the place.
I think it's a case of we've progressed, we've learned, we've understood, and we've just tweaked it when we've found something hasn't worked, or when something does work well, we've tried to improve on it. With animations and stuff, and that's what it's all it think we've got.
And it's a high learning curve also. It's like driving. It's like learning to drive the cars.
It is, I was never shown how to do all this. A lot of it I've read up on, I've played with it, made a mess of it, played with it, got it right, and then just evolved it really. And I think what we're finding with the group now is a lot of we're getting 15 viewers. I think the most of that I've ever had is 34. That might not seem a lot, but bearing in mind we started with nothing, so that's 34 times better than we were.
Yes.
And I think moving forward, I've seen a lot of people make comments about the way we do things in this group is completely different to other groups, and it's much better. So we always take pleasure on that as well. And obviously getting a sponsor, PWS, pressure wash systems, I think is fantastic. And that's really where we need this to be. We want it to be self-sustaining, but we want the entertainment value to be there. And me and Jeremy have got something else up our sleeve as well to get the noises made out there. And that adds another string to our bow, and that'll be still about Assetto Corsa competition in eSeniors, but it's going to be in a completely different way. So we're really excited for that. We've done some prep around that. We've got our schedule sorted, if you like. We've just got to really get it out there, get it done, and that'll add to what we're doing.
Yeah, we'll see when that happens. So very excited about that.
We will be involving everybody in that as well. There'll be no escaping.
Oh. I'm just seeing someone, Mr. Lingholm from Denmark was going off.
Yeah, it's. I noticed actually. Funny you mentioned that. He's in the Bentley, isn't he?
Yes, he was. He is. I was following him.
I think the Bentley struggled yesterday in the first stint, unless obviously it was driven by Peter. I think a couple of the Bentleys seemed to struggle, but in the second stint they were fantastic. Now there was an issue with the server yesterday. That's not there today. I think because the server was running before the clocks changed, it was an hour ahead. So the race took place from 9 till 10, whereas today it's 8 till 9. So I think that caught the tyres out a bit on a few of the cars.
Yeah, I thought the first thing that I thought was that the server was the time server was running twice as fast.
No, it wasn't.
And it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, the race started at 9 and finished at 10. I mean, it was a great sunset, I have to admit. It looked phenomenal on this stream.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really enjoyed driving around.
Yeah, I think Ollie said the tyres cooled out. Yeah, that's probably exactly how I anticipated it.
Yes, they did, Ollie. Not that I noticed.
The qualifying's coming to an end now. It is, as we expected, Peter, Lars, John, Carlo and Chris and Neil. If you'd have said pick 6 names out of a hat, they are probably the names you wouldn't be far off picking. There is a significant second gap between first and second place. That is huge in qualifying times. So that's really going to... I think the battle here is going to be for second and third place, looking at this. Unless Peter has an absolute nightmare. So Krista is looking to go a 10th quicker here. That's not going to improve his position. It's just going to improve his time.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Yeah, we've not got many cars on track now, so we'll go to the intro in a second, and then we'll do the good old grid walk.
Let's do that.
Yeah, I think when Krista comes over the line, there's only a couple of cars out and about, so we'll do the introduction. We can get the grid walk in place. Hi, Derek. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, Derek.
Oh, now that was a great big lag. I don't know what that lag was for. I've not seen anyone else join. Oh no, there's been a been some change on the grid. I'm trying to work out what that change is. I'm not too sure. Anyway, we'll go to the intro and back shortly. Okay, we'll do a bit of a grid walk. Now, someone looks like they did disconnect and connect, but I can't see who that is. Anyway, quick grid walk. So in pole position, we've got Peter in the red Bentley. We've got Lars in the McLaren. Further down the grid, then we've got John Saunders in the Team GB Lexus. And we've got the first of the Team USA, Carlo Van Brabant, in the Lamborghini. We've then got the second Team GB Lexus of Chris Bourne. And then we've got the, I think that's Neil Bywater, the first of the Team Rhythm Tech. And then we've got the Team Babalas Ferraris side by side of Mark Stevens and Tony Whitten. We've then got PWS esports teams, the green and red tinted PWS cars of Mark Rogers and Mark Christopher. Looks great on the grid, doesn't it, when they're side by side, I must admit. And then we've got Krista Hiorta, the Team USA, first Aston. And then we've got Kenneth Lingham in the other Bentley, Team DK Bentley. Then we've got the first of the Fanatec Bentleys, which is Craig Holmes. And then the other McLaren of Andreas. Then we've got the other Team Fanatec Bentley of Frank Tennant. And the other Team USA, Stefan Buckley. Then we've got the other... I think one's Team USA and one's Team West Coast. My apologies, Team West Coast. This is Team USA of Harrison Nolan and Jeremy in the Team Rhythm Tech. And then at the back, we've got the Team SRCC of Eric Langlois, and we've got Philip Savage. Okay, so that pretty much takes us to the position on the grid. And we're ready to go with the race very, very shortly. He says when he tries to get control of what he's doing on his computer. And it's not letting me do that, so just 2 ticks, bear with me. I've lost all complete control of what's going on. The game is not letting me switch. Help!
I can't help you here.
No, you can't. It does this occasionally, and you're trying to work out where my keys are and stuff like that. And as you can see, it's locked in the game. So what I'll do, I'm back now. Right, go to the helicam. There you go. Just in time. It weren't working, Jonathan. No matter what I was doing, it weren't working. I tried everything. Normally an Alt-Tab does it, but it didn't even do it this time. Anyway, got it back. I'm running it in the window as well to eliminate the problem. So that's supposed to eliminate the problem. Okay, so lights out and away we go. So Peter's made a great start, and you can see Lars is behind him. Owen's going for a move up the side there is John Saunders. A great start there, and you can also see Chris Bourne is getting the run on the Lamborghini. Oh, it's a great start at the beginning. Let's just jump that back down a little bit. No incidents recorded. So far, clean racing. Brilliant. So far, so good. Everyone's got through. Look, oh, there's a tap there between one of the PWSs. And let's just jump back to that. That was Tony Whitten with the team PWS. I think that was the Rogers car. Made a bit of contact. It was more like a love tap. And there's a lot of cars coming down. Andreas has made a pass on Stefan. So far, so good. Still a clean. The fact that tap hasn't shown up as an incident, so I think they've got away with it there. They're all battling up into this corner now. All getting the braking points right. Wow, they made it. What a...
This is impressive. This is very impressive.
It's unbelievable, this. Absolute brilliant.
No, I'm in the last car with Peter Sauvage, and nothing.
Yeah.
No cars flying around. Everything went perfect. It's great.
So Peter's made a bit of a start, and he's getting pressured by John Saunders. As we saw that, it got a pass. And Chris Bourne has now passed Carlo in the Lambo. So we've now got Neil Bywater putting pressure on Carlo now. So Chris Bourne's going to chase down Lars and see if he can get the two Lexus up in the top three. This is gonna be a very interesting race, and obviously not for the faint-hearted, I think it's fair to say. Neil's putting a lot of pressure on Carlo there. Other battles further down the track. We've got Harrison putting pressure on, I think that's Eric. He's lost a place there to Eric. I don't know if Harrison made a mistake and went wide a little bit. I didn't see any yellow flags. So I'm just going to change from the fastest lap to the gap. There you go. So we've now got the fastest lap. And Melvin, what a boring start. We endeavour to get the laps clean, and when it's clean, all we get is Melvin going, that was boring. So you one of these who watch the Formula 1 for the crashes or for the racing?
Well, let's be honest. We come for the carnage.
Well, yeah, I suppose it's the carnage, isn't it? They're always interesting, them opening battles. And Neil Bywater's still putting pressure on here. And you can see there the team PWS and Mark Rogers is putting pressure on, that's Mark Stevens. And the other team PWS car is putting pressure on Tony Whitten behind. There's a few battles going on here from the cars. And Harrison's now passed Eric. He's just made the pass. So Eric again is looking down the inside. Is he going to make that pass stick? Mark Rogers has passed Mark Stevens. So yeah, Harrison's made it. And now you can see the two Ferraris are together in an eSports PWS sandwich. Is probably the best way to describe that one. Harrison and Eric have made contact. Let's do a quick replay on that one.
Who was that? I saw some car jumping here.
Eric went off. I think there's contact with Harrison. I'm just waiting for the replay to come back. There's a huge delay here.
Eric.
There you go. We're going round, battling round the outside. This is coming in. Eric got the good run up the inside, but backed out. Harrison got the corner, if you remember. So Harrison made the corner. Eric made the corner. Harrison went wide, whereas Eric got a good line. They're still battling. Oh, he's hit the curb. He's took off.
Yeah.
That's not an incident as a result of a driver. He's hit the curb there and launched it.
Yeah, he really launched it. It was impressive to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. You wish he can fly. So we've got Kenneth and Craig battling out in the two Bentleys, and they're trying to catch Krista here in the Team USA Aston Martin. And you can see the Stefan is closing on, I think that's Craig Holmes in the Lamborghini behind. I think this is where the battle is at the moment. So let's go to the rear of Krista's car, and you can see just behind Jeremy's had an off.
I think Jeremy went off. Yes.
Jeremy's had an off as well. I think there's no contact, so he spun out on his own accord as Jeremy. Now let's go back to where we were with Mark Christopher. Neil Bywater's putting pressure on, but this battle is going on. In fact, there's a few battles on track at the moment. I think Kenneth and that behind are also battling. So they're all getting... Oh, that was a long braking point from Mr. Tennant there. Really long braking point. Was it Tennant or Holmes? Actually, that was Holmes. Nearly missed his braking point. Yeah. And you can see these cars are going wide. There you go. What are they doing, Luke? The grass cutting, the gardening.
Yes, Japanese gardening.
And that's allowed Andreas to catch up a little bit now on Stefan. I think Stefan just went a little bit wide there. I mean, don't forget, this is a long race. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So the drivers don't really want to put too much effort in until the second half. Otherwise, they'll be tired in the second half. I think Jonathan mentions in a couple of streams ago that, you know, you can start getting tired. And I think that's fair. Stefan's really taking the corners there. I think he's taking a 1 kilometre out the track.
I'm going to jump to Stefan, see what he's doing.
Yeah, just going to jump forward a little bit to Mark Rogers. Mark Rogers is putting pressure on Neil Bywater here. Let's look at it from Neil's perspective. Gap always looks further, but under braking, you really see the cars gain. Look how much they're taking the curbs through some of these narrower bends. Really taking them. Now, luckily, these aren't the sausage curbs that we saw Eric hit before, because obviously when you hit the sausage curbs, you get launched. And I think there's 2 places on this track where you can get launched. Eric saw one of them, and I think as you come through the right-hander after the chicane... Actually, no, that was the one that Eric hit, actually. You can see there, he's had a good run there. Mark Rogers. Are we going to see a pass? He's going to inside. Is he going to make it stick? There's the other sausage curb, as you can see. He's made it stick. Neil's realised it's not worth fighting. It is, as I said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And we've also got further behind. We now have the other team, PWS, putting pressure on Tony Whitten. So PWS are on a rampage at the moment. And you can see behind that, Krista is putting pressure on Mark Christopher. And you can see Kenneth is also trying to put pressure on Krista as well. So a lot of battles going on very, very close together here. I don't know where this is going to end. Peter's 4 seconds front, clear at the front now. Lars is putting pressure.
Jeremy is putting pressure on Eric.
Yeah. Lars was putting pressure on John Saunders there. Neil Bywater is still battling it with Mark Rogers at the moment. Yeah, Jeremy will pass Eric, but he'll do it safely. Let's just go to the back to Jeremy and see him pass. He'll be frustrated, Jeremy, going off. He had also a bit of an incident on this track yesterday where...
yes, he did.
Sorry to say it, Nikos. I know you're in the stream, and welcome to the stream. He did a Nikos. But it was. I did giggle when it happened because I just thought there's a bit of irony there. You know, so many times we have a go at Nikos for rear-ending people, and then someone does it to him. It's like the boots on the other foot. It was, you know, it's never nice to see someone get hit, but it was refreshing to realise it wasn't Nikos who was at the cause of it. And he had a good race, to be fair, Nikos.
Nikos did yesterday. Nikos did great.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely brilliant. So let's jump to Mark Christopher because it looks like he's not going to pass. Jeremy's not going to pass. Yeah, Nikos is a top guy. Absolutely top guy. There's a 5-car train here. I wouldn't really want to segregate these because the 2 Ferraris are running nose to tail really well, and the PWS car is wanting to gain back up behind his partner of Mark Rogers. And late braking going on, but they're getting around the corner as well. Look at these. Oh, that's very close. Let's jump to the back of Tony Whitten's car. Yeah, you can just see the view there. I feel there's definitely going to be a pass here. I don't know if they're going to go for it on the hanger straight, but they'll probably end up going defensive on the hanger straight. Look at the angle cut in there. Peter's just done a 1:58.1, the fastest lap. He's over a second quicker than the next person on track, which is John Saunders.
That's incredible.
They're just like silly lap times, aren't they?
Yeah, how relaxing he is driving, even when he's talking with you last time, you know?
Yeah. It's like he's not even trying.
It's like, yeah, 2 fingers in his nose and, you know, 1 hand on the wheel. Elbow out of the window. Yep. He's making it look so easy, and it is absolutely not.
He does. I mean, I've been on server with him, and he does a bit of coaching, and the way he explains things is really good as well. But yeah, he's they said the hanger straight, didn't I? Is he going to make the pass on Carlo?
Oh, contact! And again, and again! And
where's that at? Oh, Mark Christopher and Tony Whitten. Oh yeah, one of the cars has gone off. Let's have a quick look. That's Mark Christopher losing time.
I think we saw. I think it was some decent car banging.
Yeah, Tony Whitten. It's Tony Whitten and Mark Christopher. Just let the replay catch up. I'll put it live in a second. It's on a real go slow at the moment. In fact, right, I've got a problem. Right, hold on a minute. It's crashed my software.
Oh no.
No, it's alright, I can get back on.
And can you still do the...
Yeah. I can still do that. It's alright. Yeah, so it showed the replay. Yeah, the replay's still showing. Thank God for that. And I can catch back up any second now. So we're back live again. Alright, so...
You're not the only one having problems with the software.
Yeah. So we're now with Kenneth, who's putting pressure on Krista. There's battles all over the place. Let's see where this is going to take us. As you can see, I've managed to get the control back again. So sometimes when it goes into the replay, it freezes the game, and that actually the software freaks out a little bit, and it thinks it's been disconnected. I don't know if it's anything to do with the number of skins running, but it does seem to misbehave occasionally when there's more than 20 cars on track. I think the races where it's been below 20, it seems to be alright.
Yeah, I'm trying to select a few cars and it's not doing it.
Yeah, I'm back on now with Mark Rogers. Yeah,
if
it's struggling, just kill it off and restart it. You'll be alright there with that, Luke. It'll just restart and carry on.
No, now I can jump again. Okay. I can jump into any car I want.
And Mark Rogers is still looking to pass Carlo here. It looked like he got the move done, but obviously it wasn't a clean pass. Oh, whoa, contact!
What happened?
He over-rotated his car. Carlo hit the curb on the outside of the corner, and his car over-rotated, and it caused him to just slightly touch Mark Rogers. I mean, that was an innocent tap. There's no way he could have controlled it. Mark was coming out of a corner, so that was just a bit of over-rotation on Carlo's behalf. He's come out the corner, he's hit the curb, he's obviously put the power down, and it's just carried on. You know, he's obviously lost traction in relation to doing that. I'm going to jump back to Kenneth. Kenneth's in a great battle with Krista. Craig's sitting there. In front of them we've got Tony, and look at this, 4 cars together. Great battle. Let's watch his inputs. See how he's accelerating. You can see there we've got to put his power in braking points. That's very ambitious going round the outside like that. Very ambitious indeed. Is he going to get a good power out here? You see the Bentley sitting there behind them as well. Not too sure he's going to get a good enough run here. Seemed like he was easing off a little bit there, not wanting to tempt fate a little bit. And meanwhile, Craig in the Bentley has caught back up again. So let's go back to the helicam and see what's going on. The 2 Bentley. This looks definitely like a Bentley track. The Bentley seem to do really well here. I mean, we can see Peter's 7 seconds clear, but they're very evenly matched. And Kenneth's trying his hardest to pass. Oh, he's done it. Has he done the good old switcheroo up the inside? No, he's not going to make that stick. But Craig is sitting there. Craig is really looking at it. Oh, big twitch there from Kenneth. Big twitch. Managed to keep the traction down, though. Craig goes to that corner very deep, I've just noticed. That's the second time he's gone deep. Must be a trait of the way he drives. See Andy behind in the Lamborghini was just struggling with traction there. Getting the power down. Jeremy is now putting pressure on Harrison. So we're going to see another incident with the two Astons. Harrison's managed to get his to stick. But Jeremy's putting pressure on. So after Jeremy went off, he's now managing to gain time. And I think he's got...
Oh, he had to go off there.
Very good drive, but unfortunately, yeah, he's very deep into that corner. And there's been an incident. What's gone on here at the front? Interesting. I don't know what's happened here at the front. I'm just going to wait for this to come back to me and see if it does exactly what it did before, which is probably not. Hello, come on. It's really froze. Come on. Yeah, it's right, back again. It did. It froze the software again, but I managed to keep it. Oh, that was a very ambitious dive up the inside. Yeah, he's come from a deep angle there to try and take that corner. Ooh, I was just trying to work out if they were going to be an unsafe join then, but no. So,
okay, Jeremy's going for the overtake.
Yeah, they're battling together, aren't they? You can see that.
Yeah, he's got him. He's got him.
Got him up the inside. Good move that by Jeremy. Yeah, he'll go forward now. So we've still got Neil in this little battle here. And we've got another battle with Krista behind. And another battle with Craig behind them. And then another battle behind them. So there's battles all over the track. This is really interesting. And I say I don't know where this is going to go. Oh, and that's Frank Tennant who's gone deep into the corner. Missed his braking point completely. That's took him off the shelf a little bit for the time being. But Craig, his partner in the Fanatec Bentley, is putting pressure on Kenneth. So this is a Bentley battle at the moment. A lot of late braking going on. Nice angles into that corner. Derek. Peter would still be ahead if he was in a right, Robin.
Robin, yeah. I don't think it's part of the game, though.
No, it's not. It's a shame, isn't it? It would be in a Assetto Corsa. That would be hilarious.
Oh, probably, yes.
Yeah, Jonathan's just saying Carlo's not as happy with the Lambo. I think the Lambo's very twitchy car from what I've seen, and when I've tried to drive it, I just couldn't gel with it at all. The Bentley's okay. Andy Goddard saying Frank's missing his braking points, the sun's really low. Okay, well, let's look at that theory, shall we? Let's jump on board with Neil Bywater. He's putting pressure on, and let's see the view from his perspective. Again, we don't know if these guys use this view, use the bonnet view, or whatever, you know, but I suppose all the different views can impact the way you watch the game. So Neil's putting a lot of pressure on Lars here. Hi Gunja, welcome to the stream. Can the channel owner enable embedding video under sharing options, please? Can I ask for the reason for that, Gunja, please? Brilliant, look at that. Superb corner in there. Lars has took a bigger gain. So Lars is now putting pressure on Saunders. Got really good angles out of that corner as well. His speed was fantastic.
Oh, he's getting closer, yes. I must say the livery of Lars's car is absolutely fantastic with all those bubbles.
Yeah.
Very nice. Ooh!
It's gone wide. Oh!
There was some serious low mowing. He's
Yeah.
letting him
Now
pass
I was going
again.
to say
That is
that's passing to gain an advantage. That one, but oh, he's going to
fantastic.
the ball having a go.
Oh.
No, he's not giving that one up.
Ooh, Neil is
Right,
taking his advantage.
pit stopper enabled. Right. Is this battle still win? Tony Whitten's had an incident with somebody. It's not showing me who with though, so I can't really change that. Lars has really got the bit between his teeth here, hasn't he? Oh, bit of a back wheel drift there.
Well, if you
very close, very close. He's not giving up. He's not giving up.
No.
This could end up in curtains, this one.
Neil and Lars. No. Okay.
Hi, Ricard. Oh, dear.
Oh!
Contact from Mark Rogers on the back of Mr. Bywater. Luckily, non-critical. And there's been another incident with these two. This was contact as well. So Craig's managed to pass Krista, I think. So the interesting point now is we've got pit stops coming up. These are going to delay the pit stops. Because if they've got damage and they don't switch the damage off, they'll have to have the damage repaired.
Yes,
so
which costs extra time.
These pit stops are not going to be 30 seconds anymore. Right, I'm just trying to see, I mean, you keep referring to the sun. The sun's not too bad, Melvin, looking at that. Yesterday was really bad, but we had an hour difference yesterday. Oh, I can see that now. Yeah, that's pretty blazing, isn't it? And even from the bonnet cam, you're going to get that as well. So I don't think it matters which camera angle you're looking at there. Lars is still battling.
Yes, but it's the same for everybody, so...
It is, you're right. Well, you say that, Luke, but I think some of these guys race in VR. And I think VR is a slightly different beast. In fact, they're mentioning it there. I think you'll be able to disable the sun effects in VR.
Okay. I don't know that. I'll have to check that with my VR glasses.
Okay. Gunja, I'll look into what you're saying about the stream, okay? Obviously, the stream's up and running now. There's nothing I can do about it. But I'll look at being able to embed the stream next time for you. And then, obviously, you can share that with who you want. You're welcome, my friend. Right, so we've now started gaps appearing. So Krista's 4/10 behind Craig. We've still got Kenneth behind. Mark Rogers is the first to pit. So what will be interesting here is a guideline on his timescales. So we did have a bit of contact there before. So I reckon a 1 minute 10, a 1 minute 11 is a normal pit stop time. Let's see how long he's in the pits for. And that will give us a really good guide on how long his, the pit stops are going to be. And for some reason, oh, because my software dropped out, the gaps disappeared, didn't they? Sorry about that. And Mark Christopher has pitted as well by the looks of it.
Yep.
Okay, so both the PWS esports team have pitted very early on.
Yeah, they're both green on my screen, so...
Yeah. Brilliant, Gunja. Can you put a comment of your link in this YouTube video for me? And what I'll do is I'll put an event list up for you so you can announce that. That'd be really good. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Okay, so we're expecting Krista in 5 minutes, and we'll go and do an onboard interview with Krista and just see how things are going. I mean, I think his race in comparison to others has been quite uneventful, but he has been racing solid. I mean, I do like these races where you're racing lap after lap after lap. Yes, you don't get a breath, you don't get a wait, but actually that's what keeps you going. It's really exciting. You know, I only have to say from experience with Terry the other week, and some of the races I've had with Terry Trowbridge before today, you know, we've been neck and neck for lap after lap after lap. Your adrenaline's pumping. It does take it out of you, don't get me wrong. But, you know, in fact, no, the lap times are... So the software I'm using, they've changed the lap times a little bit now. It used to give you the full time. It's now telling you the time of the stationary. So Mark Christopher was stationary for 35.9 seconds, but was in the pits for 54.9. Mark Rogers was in the pits for 39.4, but stationary for 34.6. So I'm
What's
getting
wrong with? Okay, no, I'm my bad.
Okay.
I saw a slow car, but he's in the pits.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So
It's like, oh,
Eric has just come out of the pits. I think no, Eric's not pitted yet. So it's just showing he's gone. He's had a bit of an incident. He's had a bit of an off. So let's go forward to Kenneth. Kenneth is still putting pressure on Craig. So Craig did pass Kenneth, but Kenneth's not giving up that seat yet.
no, I saw Tony Whitten in the pits. He's just leaving it.
Yeah, he's just coming out. He was in the pits for 35.4 seconds. So the quickest at the moment was Mark Rogers. But Mark Rogers did an absolute flying pit stop there. I think he's going to have gained a good second, at least, on a few other cars. So Craig is now putting pressure on Krista. So we're expecting Krista in the pits, and we'll do a live interview with Krista. Look at these three close together, or what? Really close together. So Lars is now pitted. So Lars has now jumped into the pits, as you can see there. So these guys are now passing Lars in the pits. And Carlo's on quite a quick lap at the moment as well. He's yet to pit. So the drivers are now starting to get through the pit stops. Some corner cutting going on there though, isn't there? Amazing there's no track limits and warnings. They'd all be doing stop and goes. Oh, sorry, drive-throughs.
Did somebody get a drive-through?
No, just saying...
because I got one yesterday.
Yeah, it's either pit lane speeding or cutting corners, but this track's quite forgiving, to be honest. I'm usually the master at finding all the warnings, because I always end up getting them. So Craig still... I've got a feeling these two are going to come in the pits together. I think Craig's watching Krista, and he thinks he can jump him in the pit. Fastest lap times? I can do that, yes. Briefly. In fact, I'll remove the car number and put the fastest lap time. There you go. You ask, I deliver. Oh, that's the plan anyway.
Oh, in chat, Melvin says that he still has to get his stars for this track.
Yeah?
Yeah, he does.
Wow. Yeah, that's going to cause a problem jumping on the track. Oh, Kenneth managed to pass Craig. He's got his position back. Ollie, beer, please. I wish I could. I wish I could. Right, so I'm expecting Krista to come in. Possibly not this lap, but the next lap.
So
and then Krista's in front of this battle.
Neil going in?
Neil
Mr. Holmes is going in.
That's Craig Holmes going in. So that means Krista stayed out. So Krista's going to come in the next lap. So what we'll do is we'll prepare for Krista to come into the next lap, and then we'll jump to him while he's coming into the pits. And we'll just have a quick interview with him. Try not to disrupt his race too much.
Mr. Buckley is also in the pits.
Yeah. Yeah, Stefan Buckley's gone in. And so's Craig, Mark and Carlo looking at this. Yeah, Andreas has spun out. So hopefully he's not hit any barrier, so that's not going to impact his time.
And I see that Peter is still
Peter's
going
17
strong.
seconds, yeah. I think Peter goes in quite late, actually. He does a short second stint.
Yeah, he's
I
got
think that's what he did
17
yesterday.
seconds.
Frank's going to pass Andreas here as a result of Andreas losing time. Andreas' car seems to be bouncing quite a bit, actually. Right, let's see if Krista's going to come in, and then I'll cut my feed for a second while I just check it's all right, Krista. Then I'll go back to Krista, and if he's okay, I'll bring him in to the discussion with us. Let's see if he keeps to his plan. pretty much bang on time. Been pitting.
Peter is still going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look inside his car.
Krista's coming to the end of his lap now.
Okay.
I think we'll see Krista coming in. Gonna go in? Is he gonna go in? He is indeed. Okay, so I'm just gonna mute myself a second.
Yep. Awesome.
Okay, we've got Krista with us. So, Krista, you've stuck to your plan of stopping halfway through the race. How have you found the first stint?
Yeah, good. I mean, it's redemption for me. Last race, I was in like P8, and then I had a spin, and this time I need to do better. So it's redemption, and I'm doing pretty good. Had some interesting fights. So yeah, all good.
We've been watching some close racing between, I think, 5 cars at one point where you were right in the middle of it all. It was quite entertaining. Yeah. So how many places are you aiming for in the second stint? Because obviously tyres will still play a part in this with them being cold initially.
Yeah, now I have a little problem hearing you because now I'm up on the track again.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
I have a good race. People are behaving.
Yeah, there's been 1 or 2 incidents, but yeah, where you've been has been very clean and it's been very entertaining. Well, we won't keep you. We'll let you get on with the race, obviously, if you're struggling hearing us. But thanks very much for that, Krista. Really appreciate it.
All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, and Peter is in the pit.
Okay, so thanks for that. Peter's jumped in. So looking at the pit stops so far, the quickest pit stop, and we're not being, difference with the speed here. 34.7 is the quickest pit stop, and that was done by Frank Tennant.
And I think Mr. Sauvage made a mistake because he has a 30-second penalty.
Oh, he's obviously sped through the pits, hasn't he?
Yeah, probably.
Who's coming out now? So Frank's done the quickest pit stop. Let's see how Peter's pit stop equates. So it'll give me this in a second.
He's driving now.
He's coming out. We've still got Kenneth yet to pit. So Peter's was the quickest pit stop with 33.9. That's an incredible pit stop. He's he was nearly a full second faster than Frank Tennant. So not only is the guy quick around track, his pit crew are unbelievably quick as well. They've obviously been taking lessons from Red Bull there.
Probably. Yes.
Right, so, and Chris Bourne.
And Peter is not first anymore.
No, Kenneth's not pitted yet. Kenneth's still waiting to pit. Yeah. But I think we'll see Kenneth coming in the next couple of laps.
Yeah, he will. He will.
There's a lot on the chat. I'm not really keeping up with the chat today. There's just so much going on in the chat.
Oh, I can't. I've got it open. I'm trying to keep up, but there's so much.
Savage has had a mistake. Oh, he's getting blue flagged, so he slowed down because of the blue flags. Okay, that's fine. So that means the obviously back markers are starting to catch people now. So people have come out of the pits now, and there's quite a few little gaps starting to appear. I'll just show you the track map so you can see exactly where people are on track. And you can see now they are considerably spread out. The battle I'm with is the only battle where there's cars remotely close together, which is Frank, Tony, and Andreas. You know, so the Bentley of Frank, Tony Whitten in the Team Babalas Ferrari, and Andreas in the Swedish coloured McLaren. So this is where, and Stefan Buckley's not far behind actually. So you know that's where the battle is at the moment. Everyone else on track is starting to stretch their legs a little bit from the drivers around them. So the pit stops have made a big difference for the majority of the battles, I think it's fair to say, because they were all bunched up before and they're a bit like an accordion now. That accordion's been pulled out a little bit, and the gaps have started to pull apart between them all. So Kenneth's now pitted, which means the Peter, his teammate. So they won't. So don't forget, this team were running first and second for a very short point in this race. Kenneth's now pitting, and it's leaving Peter what is going to be a considerable lead on who will be second place, Chris Bourne. So Chris Bourne has managed to jump a good number of cars, I recall from that. Lars is looking like he's going to be third. So Lars is now going to pass Kenneth, as we can see there. Carlo has also passed Kenneth. Is John Saunders going to make it? John Saunders has passed Kenneth. Mark Rogers has passed Kenneth. And Neil Bywater. So Kenneth is just starting to move again now. So he's going to move down the grid a little bit. And that's going to give him, obviously, all the work to do again. So Krista did come out of that really well. In fact, Krista's now passed Kenneth as well. So I think Kenneth did lose a bit of time because he was with this group of cars before and he's now behind them a little bit. So staying out that lap may have cost him a little bit of time there. So Krista, who we did a little interview with before, he's now 8th. So he's actually gained from this. In fact, if I put the position gains on, and let's just see what the position delta is. We can see from that Krista's made 3 places, Craig's made 4 places, and John Saunders is one of the losers, is losing 3 places. Mark Stevens has lost 7, as is Mark Christopher. So the team PWS eSports guys have both lost 7 places as a result of this race. We can just see there, you know, I think it was there actually, back markers. In fact, that was a team PWS. So they're now getting in the way as back markers, surprisingly. Who was that? Was that Mark Stevens? No, sorry, it wasn't Mark Stevens. Was it Mark Christopher? Yeah, I think it was Mark Christopher. So from running well towards the front, I think Mark Christopher's struggling a little bit. Mark Rogers is still doing well. He's behind John Saunders 4 seconds, and Neil Bywater's 3 seconds behind him.
And Eric Langlois made a very nice move to the right to let Peter pass him.
Yeah, so the team guys are working together there, which is always nice to see. So I'll do a quick rundown of the grid and where people are up to. So Peter at the moment is up front. He's still pumping in really fast laps, and he's 24 seconds ahead of Chris Bourne. You can see there's no one behind Chris Bourne, so Chris Bourne's going to have a quiet race now for a little bit. I don't think he's going to reduce that gap on Peter. He's going to have to deal with back markers though, that's all. Lars is 9 seconds behind Chris, and you can see Lars has got a good gap between him and Carlo behind him. So Carlo is 2.8 seconds behind, and he's being followed by John Saunders. So again, the tyres are coming up to temperature now. John Saunders is 2.3 seconds behind Carlo and is being followed by Mark Rogers. Mark Rogers is 5 seconds behind John Saunders and is being followed by Neil Bywater. Neil Bywater is 3 seconds behind Mark Rogers. So potential for the gap to close there a little bit. Krista Hort, is 9.7 seconds or 9 seconds behind Neil Bywater and is being chased down by Craig Holmes, as you can see there. Craig is 1.5 seconds behind. Andreas is 15 seconds behind these, and you can see there's been a pass and contact behind. There was a contact there and pass. Let's just do a quick replay of that, because it looked to me like Frank got up the inside against Tony, and then they made contact, and the unfortunate loser was Frank as a result of that. Well, let's go back to the replay. So they're coming around the bend here, and I think Frank gets a really good drive into the next corner on the inside. So they're coming down, I think that's the Hanger Straight. So Frank's going up the inside here. He's got a good run. You can see he's gaining. He's showing his nose. He's showing his intent. He's not really got the inside there, but Tony gave him space and he went for it, and then there was contact. Okay, so interesting there. So, sorry?
Kenneth, he's in chat. He got disconnected.
Oh, you're joking? Oh, what a shame. Oh, dear. Hi, Kenneth. Sorry about that.
Very well.
Oh, what a shame. Doing really well as well.
Yeah.
So I was with I was going down the list. Andreas Pettersson. Then we've got Tony Whitten, who's behind. Who's 3 seconds behind Andreas. Got Stefan Buckley, who's 3 seconds behind Tony. We've got Frank, who we've just seen go off, and he's now trying to recover. He's 1.5 seconds behind Stefan. Mark Stevens has gone off. He's running slow. He's gone off. He's had a bit of a mistake there. I'm not too sure whether there's contact. There wasn't contact with anybody else, but whether he hit a barrier. Got Jeremy, who's showing as way down. I'm a bit confused about this because that time doesn't make sense. And then we've got Mark Christopher behind Jeremy, who's trying to pass Jeremy. So Mark Christopher's looking to try and get some time back here in the PWSE sports car. Jeremy in the Rhythm Tech Aston. Ultimate Bay there. Harrison is 9 seconds behind them. And then we've got the they've got the 2 SRCC cars of Eric Langlois and Philippe Sauvage behind that. And Peter's just done another fastest lap with a 1:58.1. He's got his tyres back up to speed again. So Mark Christopher is putting pressure on Jeremy here. They are, according to this, they are on the same lap. But you can see the gap of Jeremy between Mark Stevens. It's showing us 200 seconds. I can't believe that's right. Because that's, and you can see there, Mark Christopher's gone up the inside. He's made the pass step. We've got 18 minutes to go.
That must be on your side, Mark, because I see Jeremy and Mark, a gap of 4.8 seconds.
Yeah, I'm on my tower. You can see it says 2 laps.
On the tower.
Yeah, so I think it's. I think that may have been the disconnect from Kenneth when it's trying to realign itself. It will catch up at some point, but sometimes when a driver disconnects, it confuses the stack of all the drivers. So I can see he's 10 seconds behind Mark Stevens, and Mark Christopher. Well, it's showing Mark Christopher's 2 laps down, which we know that's not the case. As you see, clearly they've all done 19 laps up to Andreas, and then 20 laps in front of them. Andy Goddard. I'm glad I'm not as fast as Peter. I'd be bored for 57 minutes. Okay, so Phillips going slow. Oh, he's letting the back markers past. That's a fair comment. Frank Tennant's putting pressure on Stefan here. Looks like Stefan's running really firm suspension. The way that Lamborghini's bouncing. You just see the difference between the Lamborghini and the Bentley then going down the straight. The Lambo was bouncing. The Bentley was just what bumps, you know, as you'd expect with the Bentley. The question is Stefan going to keep Frank at bay here? Stefan's become absolutely awesome in the Lambo. Drives it really, really well. Another battle with another Lamborghini. Sorry, with another Bentley chasing down an Aston. The other Vanatech Bentley by Craig Holmes. Craig's trying to put pressure on Krista. Whoa, that was very late. Very, very late indeed. I thought we were going to see a complete crunch then. Very late on his braking point. And he just managed to get the car to the side. That sun's now starting to go behind the bridge. So you do get a bit of respite going down that straight. As long as you get your braking point right, you should be okay. So Krista took a nice line through there. He took it wide, then narrowed it. Now he's going wide, and he'll narrow this exit point, which means he gets the power down quicker. Only just. Craig's got his Bentley set up really well. Frank Tennant's in the pits. I don't know if Frank's had an off. I've not seen any other contact with Frank, apart from the one I mentioned before. He had contact with car 107. Sorry, no, that's 107. Car 17. Tony Whitten. Nah, I think that was a bit further back actually. Neil Bywater. I'm just going to jump forward. I knew Craig's got a good run here. We're going to see Craig. Krista's defending. Put the hanger straight. Krista's not relinquishing it at all. He's saying to Craig, if you want it, go for it on the outside. And as you can see there, Krista's kept the line, kept the corner, even though Craig did get in front for a very, very brief second. There was no way Craig was going to hold that corner. Both deep into the corner there. Philippe Sauvage is on the middle of the track. Has managed to get himself off track. and we'll wait and do a safe return, which is very good. Commendable that. Joining in the right place on the track. We joined on the green AstroTurf there. But yeah, again, a very safe join. Not too sure what happened with Frank there. I know he'd gone off in the contact with Tony Whitten earlier, but he was running again and he was running fine. And that sort of contact wouldn't really damage the car too much. This is where the battle is, isn't it? Absolutely where the battle is here. Krista just gets the power down in the right places just to stop Craig from getting that run on him. I mean, this isn't a passing point. You'd have to have a cracking one to pass him here. Braking point right, cut the corner in, drift the car ever so slightly left, get the power down. Krista got the power down a little bit earlier there. Again, drift the car left, cut the corner, cut the right corner. Touch the brakes ever so slightly, cut the corner more. Get the car set up to cut this corner, get the power down into third gear. Yeah, Krista's just getting it right, although he's gone off a little bit there. That could cost him. He's running the car really low, is Krista.
Beautiful sparks came from the car.
Yeah, that's because he's running it really low and he's at the curbing. Yeah, he's got a good angle this time. So I'm going to jump forward because we've got another couple of battles.
Yeah, Neil Bywater, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, he's really going for it here.
Ooh, look how close.
Very close. He's going up the inside. He's made that pass on the Hamilton and Vettel corner.
Sticking? No.
Not Vettel, sorry. Hamilton and... no, he's not sticking at all, is it?
Behave, guys, behave.
Great racing.
Close.
Great racing, this.
Yes, very
and
nice.
They're still at it.
And they're letting each other live.
Yeah, they are. We've got the Rhythm Tech Aston and we've got the PWS Esports Aston.
Very nice.
I will say Neil looks much quicker.
Ooh.
He's trying to go up the inside of Hanger Straight, isn't he? Not Hanger Straight, sorry. The other... I can't remember the name of that straight now. He looked like he's trying to go up the inside to get the corner. That was off that Hanger Straight. This is where the battle's at the moment. Let's sit on board with Neil. He's weaving all over the road. He's really making this entertaining. It's almost like he's saying, I'll get you. I'm just waiting. I'll get you. Again, the sparks.
Again, sparks, yeah. Beautiful, yeah.
Oh, he's gone a bit deep there, Neil.
Ooh.
He's lost time there in that corner. He got the entry to that corner wrong because he'd gone deep into the first corner. Yeah, he got good traction though. Peter's 30 seconds ahead. John Saunders has just passed Carlo, and Carlo's not relinquishing it, and he wants his corner back. Oh, but Saunders has got the inside corner there. So a bit of a love tap there. No one's going to hospital on that one.
That means that Carlo is catching up. Oh, no. I'm wrong.
I think it's the other way around.
Wrong.
Yeah.
It's the other way around. Yes, yeah. Indeed. Because Carlo was behind Lars.
He was.
And I don't see Lars is over there.
Yeah. Lars is quite up the track. But back to the Bywater. This is where the battle is at the moment. He's caught him back up again. So you can see Neil's definitely the quicker driver, isn't he?
In this corner, in the last corner,
he's going to get him on the outside here.
He's got him now.
He's got him on the outside if he can get the run. I mean, he needs the inside corner. He's got it on the inside yet.
Yeah.
Very good racing. Very, very good racing. Wow, gentlemen. That's what you call clean and close racing.
Yes.
And respect, to be fair. Total respect to each other on the track. Wow. I said he was going to pick his moment, wasn't he? Not giving up, though. He's not giving up, is he, Rogers?
Mr. Rogers is not giving up, no.
But he did. Neil Bywater did look quicker. The section of the track he gained and gained and gained very, very quickly.
Yeah, but it looks like Mr. Rogers is faster in this part of the track.
Yeah, he's gaining again, isn't he?
He's gaining again, yes.
But catching and passing is always one thing, isn't it? Yeah, Neil's taking that corner ever so slightly wider. But you can see now, I think he's starting to stretch his legs a little bit. Andreas has gone off. Don't even know where he is there. Oh, he's trying to get back on the track. Right, so he's joining there. Okay. So that means Tony Whitten has got the possibility of catching Andreas if he can get a good run. But we don't know if I don't think Andreas hit anything there, so I think he's going to carry on without a problem there. Got 9 minutes to go. And as it stands, Peter's taking pole for the second day running. Chris Bourne, who looked like he was struggling yesterday a little bit, to be honest, is now running well and is in second place, so he's having a good run there. Mark Christopher's showing us white flags, but no, he seems to be okay. He's now put a gap in between him and Jeremy. Can't really tell you what the gap is. But I can't see Jeremy on the screen, so it's going to be a couple of seconds anyway. And Lars looks like he's not under pressure at the moment from John Saunders, so it looks like Lars is going to take third place if it stays as it is. So we've got Craig Holmes still putting pressure on Krista. So it is that other battle that we were talking about earlier on now going to start paying us back, because we said Craig and Krista was the one that was going to watch, and then we watched Neil pass, make his pass on Mark Rogers. Are we going to see the same sort of move here with Craig and Krista? Krista's having a great race, actually. I think he qualified a little bit further down. In fact, he's moved up. Krista's moved up 3 places. Craig's moved up 4. And even though Andreas has gone off a few times, he's made 5 places. I don't know what's... Frank hasn't quit the server, so he's obviously staying on the server so not to cause disruption. So good respect for that, Frank.
Yeah.
Oh, Frank's back out again, actually.
He's
carried on. Yeah, he's back out. Yep. He must have damaged his car then. I thought he was still in the pits, but no, he's not in the pits. He was in the pits for a good significant amount of time. Craig, the other Fanatec Bentley, is still trying to put pressure on Krista here. These two guys look very, very closely matched. In fact, it looks like Krista's got a good run here. He's pulling away a little bit. That Bentley brakes really well, doesn't it? The Aston does seem to have it out the corners, though. Yeah, Krista's got great drive out the corners compared to the Bentley. Look at the difference in performance there. He's actually pulling away. Yeah, it's out the screenshot then. Obviously a lot in the chat I can't keep up with. Kenneth actually said, I can see the top of the chat, Kenneth said it was he's had a Windows restart as well. That's one poorly PC. Yeah, I regret not racing on Saturday now, Terry. Good Aston track. I might have got some points off this one. You never know. I still might turn up on track. Completely hammered, but I might turn up on track. Oh, there's Frank's Bentley going wide, letting the cars past. Craig's not really making any headway now on Krista, I think. This battle's calmed down. And just looking at the track map, there appears to be no battles on track at all. There's a couple that are relatively close, but they're not what you call you know, hold on to the seat of your pants sort of battles. Car 22 is 67, which is...
Mr. Savage.
Yeah. So they're just having a bit of a battle between themselves at the back.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, he's a lap behind. Is that possible?
Yes, they are. Yes, they're getting lapped. So there's a bit of a play coming on now with the back markers. Oh, he's got a good run here as Craig. Is he gonna make me eat me words? After me saying it's settled down a little bit. Oh, he's going deep corner there. It's Craig. He's made it move there. Just has kept his concentration really, really well. I've got to power down in that Aston again. I don't think Craig's going to get him down on this little mini straight here. Let's just do a lap comparison of these two guys. So Craig and Krista. Let's look at the splits. Oh, the would if it display them. If it's not displaying them. Oh, there you go. There's the splits. So you can see, look at the split times. So close through all the sectors. Middle sector, it looks like Craig is quicker through the middle sector. I'm talking 3/10. That's quite a chunk when you're talking the difference in lap times. So Craig's obviously quicker through the middle sector more than Krista is. You can see Krista's a little bit quicker in sector 1 and sector, well, not sector 3 there. Sector 1 he seems to be the quickest. And I've got some things being displayed. That shouldn't be getting displayed. There you go, that's gone.
Mark catching Stefan. Let's see.
This is the only battle. Yeah, it's Mark Christopher's catching Mark Stevens, but I'm not too sure. He's catching him. I don't know how quick he's catching him, to be honest. The battle's still Craig and Krista at this state. He's gained a lot of time there, Mark Christopher, in that corner, in that little section. He's gone very wide off track, though. So this is where the Aston seems to perform really well through this little section here. Got Tony Whitten showing us white flags, but he's not losing any time, so I'll disregard that at the moment. These are both catching Stefan. You can see there that I think we're going to see a pass in a second. I think Mark Christopher's got a really good run here. He's took a second out in half a lap. He's obviously found his mojo again after having his bit of a mistake earlier on. The difference between the PWS cars is the colour. So that one's got a red tint across it and red mirrors, whereas Mark Rogers has got the green tint. And I think the other one, David Gerrard Races, has got a different colour again. I can't remember what the colour is on that one. So I think it might be yellow. Just so you can tell them apart.
Yeah.
Close to the railings there then. Very close to the railings. Right. Jump forward to Craig Holmes again. Right, so we're getting to the final lap. So let's jump on board with Mr. Wolfslaner. Right, not a mark on his car.
I don't think he made a mistake.
No. You can see the rubber.
Absolutely
You can see the rubber in the splitters and stuff, but the splitters, what's names at the back? Diffuser, that's the word. The rubber in the diffusers at the back, but other than that, he's just pummeled around, hasn't he? Lap after lap, 35 seconds clear. This is going to be an interesting race on a Sunday, because Peter doesn't normally race Monday, Tuesdays with us. He's had extra practice here under race conditions, which means he's going to be phenomenal on Sunday. And I know you can argue the other guys do the same, but Peter normally doesn't race, so this is added gain for Peter. Coming down to the final sectors of the track. Done well for the Danish team there. Good points there for the Danish team. A good 50 points there. With Kenneth dropping out as well, you've maximised what you could there. Car's so stable, isn't it? So, coming up to the final bit.
Getting close to the other 3 guys.
Yeah, the ones who are battling.
Yeah. But he's not gonna catch him.
Nah, he's coming over the line now. That's his race done.
Wolfie first,
Daylight second. That's brilliant, that Ollie. I like that. Well done, Peter. Great race, that, my friend.
Congrats, Peter.
And Chris Bourne had a faultless. And Neil Bywater has managed to pass Carlo. Carlo's gone off.
Did he?
He did, yeah. So back to Chris Bourne anyway. Chris Bourne's going to claim second place. So Neil Bywater's jumped Carlo on the last few corners. And Chris Bourne's got his hazards on. He's obviously a hazard on track. Oh, he's turned them off. Oh, no, he's kept them on. He's flashing his lights, as he usually does. Going over the finish line. Probably kept them on from the start. There you go. Mr. Bourne flashing his lights. And then behind that, we got Lars. Well, Lars has had a good race, so that's the top 3. First, second, and third on the podium.
Good race from Lars.
And then behind that, we got John Saunders. He's made it over. Another good race from John. So the Lexus have done really well. Neil Bywater's coming round. He's had a great race. And Carlo's pulling over. Carlo's just made it. And that meant Krista has managed to hold off Craig. These 2 guys have had a great battle. Really good racing. Really, really good racing there. Andreas is going to come over next. He's 20 seconds behind. 28 seconds behind. Tony Whitten's gone to the pits. So that's going to be interesting to see where he finishes. I'm just trying to work out. And there's been a contact between these 2. These are still battling. And there's still contact between them. Christopher really wants that finish before they cross the line. He's going for the dive. He's gone up the inside. Ooh, they made contact.
And again.
Oh, I want to go to that battle. Go to that battle. Oh, I think that could very much be a bump past that. I'll have to go to the stewards, that one.
I think so too.
Yeah, he seemed to bully his way past there, didn't he? Knowing full well it was the end of the race. Yeah, and then Tony Whitten finished in the pits.
Oh, look. Boom.
Yeah, the race is over. Yeah. Have they gone to collide with each other, have they?
They collided with each other, yeah.
That sounds like an essay. I think someone's been a bit cheesed off there. Anyway,
I think so, yeah.
Thanks very much, Luke, for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that.
Pleasure.
And
can
I thank everyone for the stream, and hope you enjoyed that. Exciting in places, a couple of incidents. But all in all, I think it was a good race. Peter walked it, as we expected. And
Yes.
you shall hopefully enjoy the GT4 race tomorrow, which takes place at the same circuit. So just want to wish you all a good rest of the day. And take care, all everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Goodbye.